urgent news has just emerged that directly impacts pensioners and low-income families throughout England. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, has rolled out a new financial support initiative designed to alleviate the struggles stemming from the ongoing cost of living crisis. This crucial step, introduced under the current Labour government, aims to provide essential financial assistance to vulnerable households across the nation. One of the first areas to benefit from this initiative is Hull, where residents may receive direct payments of up to £200 to help ease their financial burdens. The skyrocketing costs of energy, food, and basic necessities have left many feeling the squeeze, especially pensioners who previously relied on the winter fuel allowance. The recent cuts or reductions to these benefits have had devastating effects on their well-being. This new funding, channeled through local authorities like Hull City Council, is a lifeline for those struggling to stay afloat. With colder months approaching, pensioners in Hull may now be eligible for grants to help with heating costs, while low-income families can access grants of up to £40 to cover essential back-to-school expenses, such as uniforms. In addition, families qualifying for free school meals will receive food vouchers during school holidays, ensuring children do not go hungry when schools are closed. Councillor Mike Ross, leader of Hull City Council, has been outspoken about the severe impact of the cost of living crisis on local residents. He acknowledges that the rising costs are taking a toll on many households and emphasises the council's commitment to using every available resource to support those in need. Ross stated, "No one should have to choose between heating their home and putting food on the table. That's simply unacceptable." He has reinforced the council's dedication to acting quickly and efficiently to ensure that funds reach those who need them most. While the application process for this support scheme is not yet open, Hull City Council urges residents to stay vigilant and regularly check their official website for updates. It's expected that demand will be high once applications are launched, making early submission crucial for accessing funding before it runs out. This new funding initiative arrives amid a backdrop of political turmoil, with Labour's leadership facing criticism for its handling of social support programmes, particularly regarding the controversial changes to winter fuel payments. The recent cuts have left many pensioners feeling abandoned, and critics argue that this move is unjust, especially when vulnerable individuals should be receiving more support, not less. Dissatisfaction is growing not only among voters but also within the Labour Party itself. A frustrated pensioner recently voiced their discontent in a letter to The Guardian, expressing that the sudden shift in policy is a slap in the face. This sentiment echoes the feelings of many who feel that trust in the party is eroding. The letter articulated a critical need for genuine reform, lamenting the lack of meaningful change in leadership. Others have echoed these sentiments, condemning the actions of Labour leaders Sir Keir Starmer and Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves. Some believe their reputations will be irreparably tarnished for what many perceive as an attack on the poorest and most vulnerable members of society. This growing discontent comes at a time when public confidence in political leadership is already shaky. For pensioners who have dedicated their lives to hard work and now depend on government support, the abrupt policy changes feel like a betrayal. While the new funding offers temporary relief, many view it as a mere bandage on a much larger issue. However, the immediate financial support from the DWP brings a glimmer of hope to those struggling with rising costs. For pensioners in Hull, a £200 payment could be the difference between a warm home and a cold one. For parents grappling with the costs of school uniforms, a £40 grant can provide essential relief. Furthermore, holiday food vouchers ensure that children who rely on school meals do not go hungry during breaks. If you live in one of the eligible areas, keep a close eye on your local council's website, especially if you're a pensioner or receive low-income benefits. These support schemes often have limited funding, so applying early is crucial. Don't wait for winter to hit, start preparing now. It's important to note that while this funding initiative is significant, it does not resolve the underlying issues. It's part of a broader discussion about how the UK supports its ageing population and struggling families. As debates around the future of welfare policies continue in Parliament and the media, it's clear that immediate help is both necessary and currently being offered through these local council payments. In summary, the DWP's actions represent an important step forward, and for many pensioners, families, and children, this assistance will provide tangible benefits in the coming weeks and months. Whether it's help with heating bills, school uniforms, or meals, this funding offers a moment of relief during a time of uncertainty. Nevertheless, the larger conversation about support, government trust, and moral responsibility in welfare is far from resolved. Stay tuned for ongoing updates on these critical issues affecting everyday lives across the UK.